Welcome, good people, to the Strong Perspective Podcast. I'm one of the hosts, Keith Armstrong, along with my brothers, Damon Armstrong, who's going to be joining us directly, and also Jaquari Armstrong. Uncle spoke to you who know him. Uh, we are your hosts of this organic building momentum type of situation that's going on. Believe me, big things is getting ready to happen on this podcast. And the thing about it is, what we're trying to do is make things happen for you because we're doing it for everybody else. Jaquari, how you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Nothing major happened, and I was able to handle everything that came at me, brother.
Okay, cool. Well, look,
How
uh,
was your day? How was your day, bro?
my day was fair to middling. Let me get you an old head joint. I'm fair to middling. Life is what it is, brother. You know what I mean? I'm the last year of baby boomers.
Mm.
Really, I'm baby boomer / Generation X. You know what I'm saying? I done felt every decade from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, 2010s, 2020s. I'm special. Look, right along.
Mm.
But look, Damon's going, like I said earlier, Damon's going to join us directly. You know what I mean? Directly after he comes on. We also have, we had William Burnett, but life is life with William Burnett, so he's not able to come on today. That's what I love about this thing, man, because it's organic, and the fact that you don't pay a motherfucker. The fact that you don't pay somebody,
Mm-hmm.
you know, life get in the way, and we can't get in the way of life. You know what I'm saying? So you
Yeah,
can't be mad at that, right, Jaquari?
yeah.
You
But
know?
I mean, unfortunately or unfortunately not, man. You kind of got to be in a position to pay a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I,
Yeah,
shit,
yeah,
I,
yeah, yeah, yeah. But of course. But see, here's the thing. The one thing I'm looking forward to is that's what we're going to do. You know why? Because these folks deserve it. They've been giving us gold, man. They have been giving
mm-hmm.
us gold, and the gold comes in the form of their personality, the way they see life, man. This is
It's
why this is
it,
why I enjoy this thing.
yeah, yeah. It's definitely a goal for us to start paying people. It's a goal.
No doubt.
I'm saying you a little loose with that, brother. You got to clarify. You got to
Oh, no,
tighten up with some clarification because we done had how many guests, and God forbid they start calling looking for checks and shit because I ain't got
no,
it.
no. First of all, what we did was we exposed them to the world. Now, the next, I'll say the fourth time that each and every one of our guests come on, because we got friends of the show that come
Mm-hmm.
on all the time, right? So we got
Mm-hmm.
to take care of them first once the money start coming in. But
Yeah.
after that, we'll throw you a little bit just to show us your personality. It's real because this thing is about conversation. It's about how we all see life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We all see life.
Pod goals, baby. Pod goals.
Yes, indeed. Eric Harris is going to be joining us soon, and Eric and I met in high school, and we hit it off right away. Good friend, a good friend, and really enjoy, and we stay in touch with one another, and really enjoy his different perspective on things.
Mm-hmm.
Always have.
My brother.
My man, my ace. But Jaquari, since it's us,
Mm-hmm.
I want to bring up something, man, and I want to get your opinion on it. I saw something This is what I love about the internet, and I want to get your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Wish Damon was here because Damon would probably have a great perspective on it, but he's trying to get on, so he's going to be joining us soon. Um, I saw some, I saw something on the internet. Do me a favor, Jaquar,
Mm-hmm.
Damon, entertain the folks for me, please.
Okay. I was at work the other day, and one of my coworkers told a joke, and I laughed, and they looked at me. They gave me the strangest look, and I asked what was going on, right? And she asked me why I never showed my teeth when I laugh or smile, and then I showed her my smile, and then she said, "Oh, okay, I understand." No, but it's uh, it's been a weird day. It's been a weird day, in regards to the weather. It here in Virginia, in Northern Virginia, where I am now, it was above 80 degrees today. This is the middle of winter, right? I don't know if the rest of the country is experiencing, what they call it, an Indian summer, or I don't know. I don't know if that's correct, but
Yeah, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is, Jaquar.
well, I don't know if that term is politically correct. I'll say that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, because that I am a public figure here.
First of all, what you
Hmm.
did was when you said that, you know what sound I heard?
What's that?
Because that hit me upside my head. I got you. Great job. Go ahead and finish.
No, but it just it got me to thinking, about how much the world has changed and is changing. You know, it's a strange time. It's a strange time, but I'm back. I'm glad you're back, brother, because I don't got nothing else.
Hey, look, great job. Juggling, man. You know
You like
why? Because
stress?
yeah, look, that's your talent. That's your
Mm,
talent.
uh,
But look,
I dropped the ball a second ago, brother.
I'm sorry. Uh, I saw something because I read a lot and I surf the social media on different platforms that have to do with mind, body, and soul. Because I'm at that point where understanding takes precedent over everything else, especially pleasure for me. Don't ask me to explain that because that has none. I don't know, but this it's just how I feel. But I saw something, and I want your comment on it.
Hmm.
I wish Damon was here because I would love to hear what he has to say. Once he come on, I'm definitely going to ask him this. The term ignorance is bliss,
Hmm.
right? Expanding upon that, intelligent is suffering. Intelligence is suffering.
Hmm.
Give me your opinion about that, and I'll give you mine.
It's fitting, man. I mean, what you don't know usually doesn't, hurt you, or you think it doesn't hurt you. It doesn't affect you, no matter if it's directly or indirectly. If you don't know about it, it doesn't affect you. So you don't have any feelings towards that situation. You know,
Okay.
being kept in the dark about certain things, man. You know, is it moral for somebody to keep you in the dark? No, no. Is it humane? Sometimes. Sometimes it's humane to not give every little detail, just so the venture can continue to move forward. You know what I mean? But the other side of that coin, man, with knowledge comes, a great burden, man. Uh, when you know the consequences, of specific actions that you know are going to make you feel good or are going to be beneficial to solely you, but you still, choose to do those actions or whatever, it could put you in a, in a weird mind space, man.
Okay. Okay. Um, my my opinion on that, because it kind of hit me it hit me in the way that it wasn't an epiphany. I didn't like, oh shoot, that was incredible. No, what it did was it really and truly reinforced the simple fact that ignorance, and basically what the role that ignorance is taking with us is not knowing, not being aware as we move through our daily life,
Mm.
right? A lot of us, because we only focus on our families or our individual achievements, a lot of us deal in ignorance, right? But understand, I'm not using ignorant in the way that, oh, you, yeah, ignorant situation. No, it's in this actual this
The
actual,
true,
yeah,
the true definition.
ignorant is bliss.
Hmm.
As we've all heard that throughout our whole life. And folks, if you're watching this, please chime in into the comments. So, either help us or compliment what we're saying. But basically, the way I see it, honestly, is when they say ignorant is bliss, is the fact that a lot of times in our community, what we do is we put our nose down and we work. We work for our family, work for ourselves, and before we know it, we're at a certain point, and we don't know how we got here because all we ever did was grind.
I mean, but we the African American community, man. We're a nation of contradictions, man. Because we say things like ignorance is bliss. But then, when somebody got some hot gossip or hot tea or whatever, we want to hear that shit.
I
You know,
think, I
we're the,
think,
we're the same population, man, who will, in some cases, put our older children in charge of raising our younger children, as was the case with you. But then, we refuse to hear our older children's voice.
I get that. But speaking from, because you included me in this, I was not in charge of you. I looked out for you.
I didn't know you wasn't in charge.
I mean, look, first of all, I was 8 years older than you. So,
Mm.
yes, indeedy, I had to, if you were going down the wrong path, I had to exert my will in a bully certain way because you were younger than me. But with Damon, like, it was a little bit of pressure, but it was more suggestion. Yo, man, what the hell is you doing?
Mm.
Yo, why are you here? You see the difference?
Yeah.
Because understanding understanding the age range, when you understood, because see that's the thing, because Damon is what, 15 months younger than me. So basically a year younger than me. So we went through the same things. So when we had a conversation, just to give you a little view of it, when we had a conversation, it was a suggestion like, yo, man, you and I, talking to Damon, you and I
Mm.
can't go through this dumb shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
With a mistake that you made, we can't go through this shit. With a mistake that I made, we can't go through this shit together because, Corey, we went through the shit together, the
Hmm.
good and the bad, right? When it came to you, it's like, yo, my personal view, I am your protector because I'm 8 years older than you. Even though in some cases, you were more mature than I was.
I mean, but you gotta. I mean, that dynamic was. I've yet to experience anybody else who experienced the same dynamic that I had, man. I was 8 years, younger than the oldest person. 8 years younger than the youngest. Well, 7 years younger than the youngest person in the house. Of what was it? It was us five,
Yeah,
Grandma, Uncle Kenny.
yeah,
At times Robin, Aunt Cheryl. I was always the youngest around.
yeah.
So a lot of things that a lot of things that y'all got jammed up for, I didn't get jammed up for, man, because I seen what happened to y'all.
You was around adults, and you had.
Yeah,
And see, that's the thing about it is that that actually translated into an old soul for you.
yeah.
You know what I'm
You know,
saying?
I never heard, I never, no, nobody ever told me that children were to be seen and not heard.
Yeah,
If there was a conversation, going on, on the porch on a Sunday morning, with the uncles and shit, I wasn't shooed away.
hmm
Wasn't shooed away. I didn't interject like I'd experienced shit, but I asked some good questions, and they encouraged me with the dialogue. So yeah,
okay.
brother,
Brother Harris, how you doing, sir?
Man, what's happening? It was hard as hell to get on here.
what was it?
I don't know why.
I didn't know what I was doing.
Hey, I'm just
Man,
messing with you, man. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Eric is a friend of the show. Like I said earlier, this is my eighth from the back in the day. Met him in, was it eighth grade? It was eighth grade. I said ninth grade, but it was eighth grade that I met Eric. You know what I mean? And we look, we've been flowing ever since. Yo, we don't always agree, but we agree at the same damn time.
Keith, I don't understand, man. My sound went away. Can you hear me?
We can hear
yeah.
you now. Can you hear us?
I can hear y'all, but I'm trying to turn my sound up. I can barely hear you.
Hey, Eric, you making us old heads look real bad right now. Hey, look, and you know what's so crazy about it is I'm on that Beijing right now. So I look like no, for real though. Hey, what kind of day you have, brother? You good today? There it is.
You said something. You made him mad.
No, he touched the wrong thing, man.
Well, it happens.
Yeah, look, I know because I'm in that generation with Eric. Me and Eric, we're the same age, so I know he touched the wrong thing. This look pretty. Let me touch it.
Mhm. No, he mashed it. He ain't touched it. He mashed
He mashed that shit. So
it.
do me a favor, Jaquar.
Mhm.
Elaborate a little more because that's the thing. That's the dynamic. Like you and I, we became close because I was the oldest, and I was always left in charge when mom and dad was on either going to work or being a Mason and Eastern Star. No disrespect to those prestigious organizations, right? On Sundays, we was in the house by ourselves, so we was always on it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Now I can see you. You
You can
doing
see
all that talking. I ain't heard nothing you said.
okay. Hey, Eric, if you don't sound like one of them old crotchety
Yeah.
old man, hey, look, we on it. Hey, Eric, we on this newfangled. I don't know what
Yeah.
they call it computer, but I call it computer.
Hey, Keith.
What's going on?
Hey, Keith.
Well, I know you can see these doggone headphones on my head, right?
He said he told you what he loud, brother. Hey, Keith. Eric sound like one of them old men who spray the kids when they get on this grass and shoot birds because they shit on his car.
Hey, look here, youngster. Don't be trying to check me.
I ain't trying to check you, brother. I'm trying to make you feel comfortable.
Hey, so Mr. Harris coming out with his hose, man. Come on, let's go.
Yeah. The dogs don't even go in the yard.
Oh boy, you something else. I gotta try and turn this thing up because I can't barely hear you.
Hey, look, try to turn it up on the actual earphones there.
I'm trying, Keith. I ain't heard nothing.
All right, well, look.
So I cut grass in these things.
Take it off and push the volume, my guy. No, for real. Because I'm gonna tell you, I had some cordless joints last week, right? And that's what helped me was I took them off and did what I did. Like I said, look, let me tell you, this always been my ace right here.
I don't like I put glasses on.
Mm. Hey, you laughing shit? I got to do that, man. I got to put my glasses on and use a flashlight. I can't see a goddamn thing.
All three of us got glasses on, and if Fluke was on here, all four of us would have glasses on. That's why it's hilarious.
Mm-hmm. I told you my sister's bifocals, man, but I don't know. I don't know how to use them, man. So I'll be like,
man, but sad part about this thing ain't even lit up. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh, you ain't even got them on there.
I took them off. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
All right, then I just leave the shit off.
All right, but look.
Damn.
Hey, Eric, tell us how your day was, man, and then we're gonna go into some stuff that I think we need to cover real quick.
Man, I was kind of chilling until I looked at the weather and they were talking about some freezing rain, so I had to go out here and pick up some doggone salt.
Mm.
I wish y'all brother was here to load that damn truck.
All right, look, let them know. And the guys and the guys and young ladies in the Missouri area, let them know where you are, Eric, and promote your business, brother.
Can you see me?
Yes, sir.
All right. My name is Eric Harris. I'm with Harris & Harris Lawn Care. We do grass, lawn. We do anything dealing with your home, gutters cleaning, windows cleaning, grass maintaining, and we do snow removal. We are at 122 Hickory Valley Road, St. Robert, Missouri, 65584 573 512 0098. We do removal. We do everything. If you need us, we are there.
All right.
Hey, Larry. I said Larry.
Oh, who the hell is Larry?
Eric, let them know what part of Missouri you're at.
I am St. Robert, Missouri, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
Okay.
Lost in the woods. If you're lost, we can find you.
How far are you from St. Louis?
2 hours.
2 hours away, ladies and gentlemen. But look, this is a self-employed man of the community. He got a little gruffness with him, but he's all about the community.
It's gruff, but it's honest, man. I mean,
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you can't, you're rarely going to find nowadays people who will tell you what the fuck is on their mind without malice.
And that's real. And Eric really is that guy.
Listen to this young blood.
Yeah, that's two times you called me young, bro.
Yeah, I know, but I'm 60. You still 50.
Eric, when was your birthday, man? Are you right? It off, man? Because I thought I was older than you.
Same age. I'm the same age as you, Keith. We gonna be 60 at the same time.
All right. Well, look,
we both 59 right now.
Yes, sir. So,
I don't have to go smoke a cigarette on this.
Eric, you and I
What
spoke.
up?
You and I spoke earlier, right? And
Yes, sir. Can you see a full screen of me?
yes,
Yeah.
sir. Go ahead with that old man shit, man. We got you, brother.
Hey, Eric.
I ain't want to show you my whole damn house. I
Yeah.
want to
You
make sure.
not, man. You looking? We looking at your face, man.
Hey, Eric.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, man, don't forget your pillow, man.
You car, you something else.
You said it was free. You said it was freezing rain.
Hey, Eric. All right, you and I were talking earlier, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
you reminded me of it was about 2 months ago. We had about a month and a half actually. We had a bachelor segment because that's what it was. And really and truly,
Okay.
I went back. Remember when I told you I was going to go back and look at the actual episode, right? And
Uh-huh.
I wanted you to clear up what Corey Thompson was on. And
All
Corey,
right, you had I start. I
oh,
ain't forgot what I
now listen what I'm saying to you. Corey Thompson was on. Now I want to say this because I went back and looked at it, right? Corey Thompson was on, and he talked about his military experience. And the one thing I wanted to add into was Corey talked about how, in retrospect, it wasn't for him.
Yes.
But go ahead and like, brother, just do me a favor. Corey's not here. Don't call him.
Yeah.
don't call him out his name. Don't. And I know you're not going to disrespect him. But the point is, you wanted to give a counterpoint. You and your wife, your wonderful wife, wanted to give a counterpoint. And I want to give you the opportunity to do it.
Let me talk. I don't know Corey from Adam and Eve. And I expect what Corey said. But what a lot of things that Corey's left out on the military is the military. I'll give you a prime example. Corey said how the military was kind of jacked up. They didn't take care of the people and stuff like that. I can give you a reality check because I had a medical emergency, and the military paid for all of that. I didn't pay for anything.
Okay.
So yeah, I had $20,000-$30,000. Car you rode by $20,000-$30,000 of work done, and I ain't paid a dime out of my pocket. I couldn't do that in the civilian world. Now, as far as what Corey has said about the military and how they treated people and how they did, when Corey was talking about he was in the military, I was an NCO already in the military at that time. And at the time that Corey had his incidents that he was going through, he had some sorry NCOs. And when I say NCOs, they call them non-commissioned officers.
Okay.
And I wish I had met Corey because I was in Colorado when he was there.
Oh, for real? Wow.
Yes, I was in Colorado when he was there.
Wow. Okay.
And I would have took care of Corey and hooked him right on up. But I didn't know Corey. No, I listened to his story, what he was talking about, and that was not the way the Army was when I was there. Now he might have had some other people that I say other people that was taking care of him, and they wouldn't take care of him because the way he protected the Army was not the Army.
Gotcha.
And that's that's the kind of that kind of got me, because I was in rare form at that time. So
Gotcha.
'cause we didn't play at that time.
Exactly.
So if I would have came in contact with Corey, he'd have been a whole better soldier.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know, we was all about people at that time when he was in Colorado, and I was in Colorado back in the early '90s. It was it was not a, I can say it was not a just a army. It was a family army. So I
Hmm.
didn't agree with anything he was putting out at the time.
What was it he specifically said, Eric?
He said the army was bad, and the army, it really didn't have nothing to offer. But during that time, I played basketball during the army. I played football during the army. Um, I the army was a its own society. Everything we had in Ypsilanti at that time, when we came through our childhood and did everything else, the army had it.
Okay.
So I didn't agree with everything that was being said, and then I didn't agree with everything that was said about the basically the the way the people were being treated.
Yeah, I understand. Understand.
Because when I came to Colorado in 1989, November '89, and that was the best army I had ever been in.
Okay.
It was more orientated to family. You did everything family. You had a whole 2 weeks off to just go out and play sports, just do
Hmm.
anything that you wanted to do. You didn't have to go. You didn't have to dress up in army clothes. You didn't have to do nothing. You just went and played army, and just played sports. Did everything. Played basketball. Played football. Played baseball. You did everything. You didn't even have to dress up as army. But you did have to do army situations after that work. They gave
Hmm.
you just doing whatever you wanted to do.
Okay.
You did 2 weeks of everything that you wanted to do, and then you turned around, get back in your uniform, did what you had to do, go out to the field, go out to training, go out to shoot at stuff, do everything else. The one thing about the military that a lot of people don't really realize, the military is its own organization. The military is just like, I say, if you want to say you had General Motors, you did everything with General Motors, did everything. The Army is the same thing. The same thing. It has everything going on for you. It's its own community. You don't have to do anything or want anything from that community. It's all right there. It's its own basically its own country, really,
Mm.
because everything is done right there within that scenario. And I didn't understand when he was saying that it was so hard and everything, because everything is right there together.
Mm.
You got your own car dealership. You got your own. I mean, everything in that you think of, that's in the, how I want to say it. Everything that you think of that's natural for you in the regular society
Mm.
is right to the army. The army has its own little community. It's nothing. Is you everything that you want. Hospital, uh, boy, I mean, I, maybe I'm exaggerating a lot or talking a lot, but everything is everything right there in that community.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Are you familiar with the numbers today? Like the because I heard I vaguely remember reading something or hearing something that said that uh like enlistment numbers were down.
Now they are down.
Hmm.
No,
okay,
I'm not going to sit here and say that is changed, but all the information I'm giving you right now is back in the day.
Hmm.
okay,
What,
okay.
but
Uh,
what I'm trying to say is that everything that you needed, hospital, organization, not gonna say organization, hospital, um, what do you want to call it? Our livelihood, our familyhood, everything was wide open at the time. It's
okay,
like we had if we was in Ypsilanti and we wanted to play football and we wanted to do everything else, everything was right there for you. The
okay,
time that he was talking about, everything was right there. Now he might have some bad leadership, but oh, I'm sorry, baby.
oh, look,
I
look,
had,
look. You ran in there with your wife. You said your wife wanted to hop on. Let her hop on.
Mm. She sit
I
your
don't
ass sit your ass down somewhere.
I don't know if she was listening
She
or
was
not.
she was like, Eric, you're moving too much, man. You're moving too much. But look, okay, let's be fair about this because Corey, and you said it before, Corey is in his early 50s, maybe about 50, 49, 50, 51, something like that, right? And the time that you came through because you, along with me, were baby boomers, right? We were the last year of baby boomers. And I say that and I stress that because Jaquari and Damon were the beginning of what, Generation X, right?
I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
you're right.
I
I
don't follow
don't
that. I don't know.
now, let me put this way. I don't completely subscribe to that, but the point I'm trying to make is the type of people that was in your lives, in our lives at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and what we were being taught and how we was being raised, right? Had you listened, if you listen to Corey, man, Eric had a struggle, and the
I
thing
don't know.
about,
I don't know what he struggled in.
huh?
I don't know what he struggled in.
He struggled in life prior to the military, bro. This is what I'm saying to you. Just to give you a little bit. And so the way he looked at things is entirely different than the way you looked at things. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying you are completely right because what you were doing and I was taught to do was to understand our surroundings and make the very most of what we're doing and who we are as human beings. Because what were we taught to do? And also the early Generation X folks too. We was all taught to do what? Survive in this system, right? The one thing about Corey is Corey knew that if the military wasn't for him, you know what I'm saying? This is
Yeah,
not
well,
debated. This is not
it ain't.
debated. Go ahead. Go ahead, Eric.
It ain't for. It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm not gonna sit here and try to portray it. That's the best thing, but it's not for everybody. Everybody can't deal with that.
You
You
said
retired. You retired, didn't you?
No, I did not retire. My wife retired. I did not retire.
you said something earlier was you wish because you guys were in the same deployment, right? You wish you had ran into him at the same time because and I really believe this when you said this, you would have shown him how you see things, right?
My exact words was, Keith, I wish I would have seen him when he was there because I was there, and I would have took care of him better than what he got taken care of.
Exactly.
That's what I said. Now I'm not saying I'm the best supervisor around, and I am not a yes man or anything else in that nature. But
Okay.
when I was in the Army and I took care my people that I took care of was straight.
Yeah.
They didn't have to worry about nothing about nobody else. They didn't have to worry about anybody coming at them all wrong. If they had some problems, I'm the one in front dealing with the problems.
Exactly.
I don't know how the police department do or anybody else, but I dealt with my stuff right up front. If my people got a problem, I got a problem. If
Okay.
if they was jacked up, then they got a problem.
Gotcha.
It's just that simple.
And look, and that's all any man or woman need in their life. You understand? Because what it does is it puts the onus on the individual.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So I wanted to make sure because, like I said, not until today I did not know because you said that you told me that you.
Did you write it down?
No. You told me. No, somebody sent me a message. This is what I'm talking about, man. I'm a moderator. Stop playing. Get on the vibe, dog. Stop it, man. Stop it. No, but for real.
Checking. I seen you looking. I thought maybe you wrote it down when I told you.
No. I look. We've been friends for a long time, so I remember everything you tell me.
No.
But I'm not gonna put you on blast, dog. But no. Damn, you made me lose my train of thought, dog. But here's how I see this thing. Oh, I know what it was. Jaquari had already addressed this, and I wanted you to do it.
Come on,
right?
Let's talk.
Huh?
I said, come on, Jaquari, let's talk.
No. Here's the question. Jaquari already addressed this. Ignorance is bliss, right?
Okay.
And the second half of that is intelligence is suffering.
I can agree with that.
What is your opinion about it?
Well, first off, we all have a different upbringing.
That's real.
We everybody is not the same as they coming up. When you in a situation where you are a supervisor or something, you can't deal with people the same way that you all don't deal.
Okay.
I mean, when I first came supervisor, I was hanging with the boys. Then I remember I had a partner from Ohio, and I'm telling him something to do, and I had to check the brother. And I'm like, hey, I'm not asking you to do this. I'm telling you to do this now. So before we would do it together. Now it's not together no more. I am the supervisor now, so when I come to you and tell you that I need something done, it's not for you to question what I need to be done. It's go get the shit and get it done.
Yeah.
You know, it was pretty much just that simple. You know, but a lot of times when you hanging with the boys, you know, you one of the fellas and you doing it, and then you don't get promoted. You either they got to understand, or you have to make them understand. You know, because your title has changed.
No doubt.
We ain't the same no more. You know, we was hanging before. We kicking it. We doing everything we wanted to do, but now I'm being told this has got to be done, and I'm putting it on you. I don't expect you to give me no flack about it, because I'm already telling you, hey, look here, we need to get this done. A lot of times people they can't understand the change when the change happens.
No, they understand it, Eric. They understand it.
No, a lot of them don't understand it, Keith.
No,
they don't want to understand it because they think you still the same.
Let me throw this in there. You know why they feel you're the same? See, me personally, I understand if somebody that when it's a brother that I've been running with, right? When it's a brother I've been running with. Now, look, this the mature. I'm gonna give you the immature. I'm gonna give you the mature. Jaquari, I want you to comment on this when I'm done. The immature would be like, yo, you're a wild ass cowboy. Now all of a sudden, the stuff that we used to do together, right? The stuff we used to do together, now you telling me, yo, don't do that because it's me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. But do you think you should? Do you think that there's a need for you to tell your friend that though?
But see that's what I was getting at, Jaquari. The simple.
Honest with you, Right? They should understand that the change that came in.
Should is a magical word,
but they don't. They don't. You have to check them eventually to get them to understand that the change has changed.
Okay.
I've never had to go through that, man, because you know, especially if I consider like my supervisor, a person in vision of me, a friend. And I work hard. I work hard for my friends. I work hard for Black people.
And that's my point.
If you became the supervisor over that supervisor, he's still trying to check you on certain decisions that you have made.
But here's my thing though. Go ahead and finish, and then let me just say this. Jaquari, let me just indulge me. Go ahead and finish, Eric, because see, go ahead and finish.
Okay, I'm trying to break it down a little layman terms. If I'm working on the truck, why in the hell is my battery running down? If I'm working on the truck, this guy I always work on the truck with, we pretty much equal to our knowledge on this truck. But if I come up with a different way to fix this truck, and I want you to try to do this, and I am now the supervisor, he ain't trying to listen to me. He's only trying to listen to what our friendship was. I said, hey man, look here. They want us to go ahead and pull this tire off this truck. Well, I got to pull that tire off that truck. I said, because I just told you to pull it off. That's what they want to do. That tire is bad. They want that one changed. It don't look bad to me.
But that was that.
Explain it. But this,
to me that speaks to a certain level of resentment, man. I mean,
but that's me. Okay, let me put it this way. This me and Fluky.
mm,
Me and Fluky washing cars up there at Roach's Car Wash.
mm,
Yo, man, the windows ain't clean. They clean to me. Well, I'm telling you, they ain't clean. No, fuck that, man. They clean. Now get your ass in there and clean them damn windows. It's the same difference.
All right. Let me just
I
say
don't know if I.
no. You made your point, and Jaquar, you made your point. This is how I see this shit. To be honest with you, it is your level of work before you become a supervisor. You know what I'm saying? Because what it is, it has nothing to do with whether or not your friend, because it has a lot to do with their maturity and what kind of human being they are.
Their maturity. That has a lot to do with
it. Jaquar, you spoke on this. It's their maturity of what kind of human being they are. You too, Eric. Because me personally, you both know me. You know that I am going to finish this fucking job.
One way or another.
Exactly. So if I become your supervisor, you know that's my work ethic. So if I become your supervisor and I ask you to do this, now it's like, okay, I don't want it, and I'm speaking from the other end, I don't want to do this, but this guy, when we was on the line together, this guy made sure this was done the way that he's asking me to do it.
Well,
it's no right or wrong to it, man. Let me stress that. I'm just saying.
Keith, when I do things, and that's and that's kind of personal to me. When I do things, I don't ask you to do nothing that I would not do.
Makes sense.
Nothing that I would do. If it's one way to pull the engine out and it's another way to pull it out, I won't ask you to do it another way. Now, if you got a better way, I will look at that way.
I'm gonna look at it.
But if it don't make sense, don't come to me with this bullshit. You're gonna pull it out the way the hell I told you to pull it out.
But here's the thing. Here's my thing is the only way you and I, because I'm with you with that, right? But the one thing that I would do was like, yo, take that fucking Rams sweatshirt off anyway, man. You man, I need some Detroit shit, man. Fuck that. But
I ain't got none.
But look, my thing is when it comes to that, when it comes to the simple fact is this. It has to do with what kind of person that you are. And your friends know what kind of person you are. They might do that shit begrudgingly, like, yo, man, Eric be on that bullshit. But what is the bullshit Eric going? He getting the fucking job done. He's not bullshitting, he's getting the job done.
I'm gonna tell you, anybody that know me, dog, they know we gonna get the job done one way or another, and I'm gonna do the best job we can do. We ain't got to worry about it. We ain't finna get nobody told.
I believe the same way, Eric. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
that's my type of leadership, and I don't have a problem with you addressing something that you want to get done or something differently, but I got a problem when I tell you something to do, and I come back and it's not done.
No doubt.
No.
Okay.
I got a real problem with that.
Let's talk about ignorance is bliss and intelligence is suffering. I need you. Look, I asked that earlier. I need you to comment on that.
Knowledge is suffering, bro.
Intelligence is suffering, and ignorance is bliss. What is your opinion about it? Because this is organic. I just want you. It's no right or wrong to this. What do you think about that?
Well, Keith, be honest with you. You gotta break it down to me because I'm a lame kind of person. I'm kind of slow. You gotta break it down to him.
No. I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna keep it simple to you, right? Okay, ignorance is bliss, right? Where it's the fact that we as a community, we as human beings, you will put your head down and you will work. Forget the community. It's all about your house. How is your house in order? Jaquari, Eric, Damon, myself, is your house in order? Because that's all you care about. That's ignorant is bliss, right? But when you mix in the intelligence to it, now let me finish because I'm almost done. When you mix the intelligence into it, the fact that you are getting done when it comes to your household, right? But then the intelligent part of the intelligence come to, okay, I understand that a certain thing needs to be done so my family can be safe and my family can be comfortable when they leave my house. That's what the intelligence come to. You know what I'm saying? Where it's suffering. The suffering is, I understand when my family go to the store, there's a chance that store might be robbed by a white man, a black man, an Indian, whoever, Chinese, whoever, might be robbed by it because the way the life is. So you're intelligent enough to know that you have to keep you have to keep your family informed about how life is. But that's where the suffering comes from. And that's a small part of it. You see what I'm saying? There's major, if you really want to read into it. But
well, you put a major portion on that.
It's like it's like the first time as a child that you learn that there's true evil in the world. Yeah. That knowledge kind of sucks something out of you.
Well, the first time I learned there was evil in the world is when I came back from Germany, and Michael Eubanks and his brother was being jumped by a white man out there behind the townhouses. That was the first time I really actually thought evil was in the world, because that's the first time I ever grabbed a gun and went after the motherfucker.
Okay.
I didn't do nothing wrong, but I did go after him. But
I learned it earlier. But go ahead and finish that.
Y'all was a little rougher than I was. No, I thought I was rough. I ain't gonna tell no lie. But y'all had a little harder life than I had.
Go ahead, Jaquar.
No, I'm just. It was just a gesture. I didn't have enough. I didn't have anything to say.
Why you talking, Jaquar? I need to go put on the shirt.
I know, because you look skin and, you remember that song we learned in elementary? Skin and bones, skin and bones.
There you go. There you go. You still got the hammer.
But Jaquari, I think a lot of it has to do with understanding our surroundings, right? My opinion about ignorance is bliss and intelligence is suffering. It has mostly to do with the fact that the more you know, the more you understand, the more is piled upon your plate. It's just like going to a cookout, right? where you're fucking, you're overweight, but you go to a cookout with some of the finest foods. This is why I related to. You go to a cookout with the finest foods, right? And you go down that line, and you know it's ribs, you know it's pork, you know it's all these different things that's going on, and you saying to yourself, should I put this on my plate? Should I pile this on? Because I'll stop and grab some fucking catfish and some ribs, right? But should I throw some chicken onto it? Should I throw this onto that situation? Should this happen? Should this be going on? Right? Because now, as I'm piling it onto my plate, that's the intelligence. That's the intelligence of what's going on. Like, you understand what's on your plate. Now all of a sudden, you're starting to panic. You're starting to feel a certain way. All this information that's all of a sudden flooding in on you. But think about it. When the ignorance come in, where you came home every day and your wife or yourself had a fucking mix of Michelob, Budweiser, Heineken, right? And you get off work and you always had that in place. And you're sipping it. And once you sip the fourth thing, right? The fourth sip, now you don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck about nothing. That's bliss.
Nah, I don't agree with that.
I'm the hell. Why not?
Because when we did that, it is not like we didn't give a fuck no more.
You was able to forget though.
No, we wasn't able to forget. We was able to deal with, not forget.
So what's the difference, Eric?
No, forget is a big difference than forgive.
Why? Why is
Because
it a difference?
Because forgive, we tolerated it.
Okay.
We didn't forget it and we didn't forgive it, but we tolerated it.
Okay, so tell me the difference between forget and forgive. Because really and truly, if you forgive it, that is intelligence, and that is not trauma.
If you experience the trauma, right? We're not supposed to forget it. We're supposed to learn from it. In hopes that in the future we can avoid the same fucked up situations. I mean,
well, that's the normal thing we're supposed to do.
Yeah. Yeah, but
that ain't saying that's what we do.
But Eric, aren't we striving toward normality though?
Well, Keith, we striving to do better every day.
Yeah.
All day, but we don't do that.
Of course. I mean, look, I'm not debating that, but the point is where do you stop? Where do you say, yo?
When the motherfucker, well, I'm finna answer that. When the motherfucker hits you at home, that's when you stop. No, on the street, you don't stop. No, you deal with a person as they come. But when a motherfucker hits you at home is when you check reality is all together. Now it's time to fuck a motherfucker up. We can talk how we want to be, love the brother, love that brother, and all this stuff all day long. But till a motherfucker hits you in your face, that's when reality really hits.
But okay, what is the Yaquar, you wanted to say something before I speak?
Yeah, I just wanted to interject that. I mean, the whole notion of a person's life being set up in a particular way, where they have opportunities to work through trauma and possibly try to elevate themselves to an enlightened state or whatever. I don't think that's a real thing, man. I mean,
Of course it's not.
we were born in sin. The most important book on the face of the planet said that we were all born in sin. Our lives are
That's for sure.
chaotic. Our
Uh-huh.
lives, our lives are chaotic, and they will continue to be chaotic
Of course.
because, I mean, in a lot of cases, that's just how people know that they're alive,
Come on, teacher.
as opposed to just existing.
Okay, so
Even though the chaos is bad, it adds spice to life.
okay, so this piggybacking on what you're saying, the chaos. What if the chaos make you paranoid and really and truly stop you from living?
Keith, what chaos you know done stopped you from living?
First of all, if you are in a situation where you don't
Okay.
want your children or your wife to be moving in a regular motion, even though the likelihood of them running into some kind of uh, criminality, because most people live that way.
I'm not understanding.
Most people live that way where they don't want their kids or their wife to leave the house without knowing where they're going, how they're going, when they're going. They want, sometimes that's not a way to live, because, no, I take that back. It's a way to live because you're trying to take care of your family, right? But is it the way that everyone thinks you should be?
Well, if when my family leave the house, I don't really think that I really have to worry about them coming back. I know there's a probability to that, but I have prepared my family enough to know what they need to do if that probability arises.
But here's the thing, though. I have a military family, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Your wife and yourself, the military, period. So, son and your daughter, that's how they see things. So they will react in that way. That is a good thing. But everyone else don't have that.
Can I ask you this real quick, Keith?
Uh-huh.
Okay, all right. All three of us as parents
Mm-hmm.
have at some point in time tried to prepare our children
Mhm.
for all contingencies, positive and negative.
Right.
Negative. If this
Mm-hmm.
happens, then so and so and such and such. If that happens, then so and so and such and such.
Yeah.
I want to ask you guys if you've ever taken the time to try to prepare your children to live through and deal with the chaos, the aftermath of the situation.
It's all chaos, bro. I'm gonna answer first, because see, the thing I understood was, because my prior life towards having a family, I had to live through chaos, right? So teaching my sons, the lesson that I gave them was, hey, this shit is going to happen to you. The describing is ups and downs. So it's really up to you how you see it and how you see yourself. That's how you respond. That's how you go about living life, right? Because the thing about it is, and that's just a personal stance, I understand that no matter what I teach my sons, I can't teach them enough. They have to be able to react from what the fuck goes on? You can sit here, man. You can sit there and say, yo, if it was me, I would do this. And I want you to do that and this and that. But really and truly, how much power do you have over this and that? You can tell them how you would react, right? And you can also show them, in which our Father showed us, Jaquar, how to react to certain situations, and it saved us in certain situations. But if you're telling me, because our parents taught us to make sure that our children don't have to go through the dumb shit that we had to go through.
That's what we want for all our kids, not to go through what we went through.
Exactly. But
go ahead. I ain't trying to cut you off.
no, but this. What do you expect your sons and your daughter to react? How do you expect them to react? You can tell them how to react, but do you have control over how they react?
Keith, you ain't answered the question that he asked you. You telling them things, but you ain't answering the question that he asked you.
What is the question that he asked?
Ask him to re-eliminate what he asked you, because you're not answering the question. You
I
telling
answered
us
the
a
question,
story.
man. I answered the question. I believe I answered the question. Did I not answer the question, Corey?
Somewhat, yeah. The specific question was, okay, like I said, we as parents, we try to prepare our families for things that may happen to them.
Okay.
And my question was, have you guys ever taken the time to talk to your children about the aftermath of these things, how to conduct themselves during that time?
He said the aftermath. You ain't
The
talked about
aftermath
aftermath not one time.
No, the aftermath is living, bro. Living. You have to live.
Aftermath to me is what happened after you done did the circumstances.
Yeah, no, you can live. Yeah, you can live, and you can live, and you can
That's
exist.
aftermath.
But isn't that the same though?
No, it's not.
Why?
Yeah.
Why is it
aftermath is after we done taught them and what they did to their circumstances, how they lived after that.
This is how I
That's
just
aftermath.
So I did answer that then, because what I said was, what you do is I believe I did.
Okay, go ahead.
I answered that. I said was, really and truly, what you do is you try to do the best. And I'm going to add on to it. You try to do the very best you can. Because what you do is you plant seeds, man. We cannot,
that's what we do.
Cannot predict how our sons and our daughters will react to what
that's all we do. I agree with you on that.
Seeds. You're planting
that's
seeds.
All we doing is planting seeds.
That's it.
I agree with that.
So really and truly, when I went into my the soliloquy of what I was saying was, look, basically it's like this. When I say to you, and when it comes to my sons, I'm like, yo, especially when they went through the same thing that I went through. But see, I'm not them, and they are not me. But
we all look at it differently.
What I do is, yo, this is me. This is how I handled it. But this is not you, because I raised you differently from this. But this is a reference. This is a reference point. Yo, this is something you can reach back like, oh, Dad or Uncle Spoke or Uncle Damon handled this way. So that's the seed that I plant. See what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying to you is this. I used to think I was able to cover the bases. But
no,
really,
I I'm an only child. I didn't have nothing to look back at that. I I actually, as I get older, I look to you. When I got in trouble, I called you because you was in the you was in the doggone, you was the man. I was like, hey, Keith, look, this what happened to me.
Yeah.
Am I good? And you were like, oh, you shouldn't have said this, or you shouldn't have did this. Okay, I didn't have nobody else to look to. Now, before I started calling you, I was my own man. And I looked at everything that I learned as a child. And to be honest with you, when I went to the military, I really learned a lot because I I actually thought my father was yeah, he was a mean motherfucker. I really, and y'all know who my father was. Well, Jakari probably don't, but you and Fluky do. And I really thought he was a mean motherfucker. But when I got to the army and learned and started seeing other people, I actually called him back and told him, no, I appreciate everything he did for me because he prepared me for life.
No
I
doubt.
I actually, when we was kids, we all know what we was dealing with and what we did through. But when I went over, no, I left Michigan and went to Germany. Didn't know nothing. Got over to Germany and walking around my Ypsilanti high school practice jersey on like I was all that in a bag of chips. And I really learned that it was a different world. These jokers didn't know how to respond to leadership or how to live with somebody telling them something to do or when they had to really do something. I mean, I Keith, I swear, but now it's probably shouldn't be even on this show, but I beat motherfucker asses, I robbed motherfuckers, I did all kind of shit when I was
You're right. You
straight out of Ipsy.
Go ahead, man.
No, but I didn't know no better. I learned better, and it taught me exactly how to treat people. It- Though as I was growing in the military and starting to learn my leadership role, it really kind of helped me because I was able to understand not just people how I looked at them, but how I looked at people outside of what I know. You know, it it was a learning experience, and you actually learned how to deal with different mentality of people, and that's what I was talking about with your friend. And at the time that he was in, he wasn't in long enough to learn that.
Yeah.
You know, and
And
I, I
he ended up learning it later because of
yes,
association with me
right.
and other people. Yeah.
And that's what I was getting at. 'Cause it was pretty much bad mouthing the military, and I was like, that's not how the military was. You know, the military was. I ain't gonna tell no lie. Military was awful good. If I had never been in the military, I probably shoot. Ain't no telling what would have had me up there in General Motors or somewhere else.
To be honest with you, go ahead, Jaquari. You look like
Yeah,
you.
I just wanted to ask you, Eric, and I'm not being funny or anything, man.
Go ahead.
But in regards to institution,
Mm-hmm.
is there any similarities about what you experienced in the army and what you heard probably about being locked up?
Well, to probably be honest with you, I did both while I was in the army, and
Okay.
it's totally different.
I didn't know that, brother. So I mean, I don't want you to think I
Yeah.
set you up. I'm not trying to
No,
set you up or nothing.
it's all right. I ain't get no problem tell you anything I ain't did. No, I'm an open book. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I did and tell you exactly how I felt. I don't have nothing to hide.
Mhm.
Um,
So
it's
so, so
totally different. It's
uh, uh,
totally different. It's not the same as being on the outside.
mhm.
It's not.
As far as the things that were provided for you,
Everything is provided for you, Jaqari.
mhm.
Your food, your room and board, your medical, everything's provided for you. That's what is totally different from what being on the outside.
No, no,
Everything is
no, Eric.
okay.
Honestly,
Go ahead, Keith.
honestly,
I'm listening.
it's the same thing that I went through. Everything was provided for me also, and I was on scholarship
Okay,
to go to college.
you was on a scholarship though. Everybody don't get a scholarship. Everybody get room and
But
board in the army.
but the thing about it though, you was with the military, and you didn't have to.
Everybody get it though, Keith. Everybody don't get a scholarship.
Yeah, but what is a scholarship, Eric? A scholarship is room and board, and a place to eat.
And
That's
your medical.
what I got. And medical.
And your
What I got.
you yeah. We go eat 3 cots a day, go do PT, room and board, medical, and everything else.
Hey,
You
Eric, you
don't
want
have
to know why I know that?
and a paycheck.
You want to know why I wouldn't? And that's the one thing that you got that I didn't get. You want to know why I know that? Because I had people who was prior military that I
Keith, I
would
tried to get you to go with me.
listen what I'm saying to you. I had people that I was prior military with. They was prior military that I was teammates with,
Yeah.
and they told me the same thing, but it was more freedom. You know what I mean? But they were great. They were great teammates and they were great players because they knew how to do what? Follow orders.
And that's what you learn.
That
That's
that's what you
that's
learn.
exact
That's what you
that's
learn in the
exactly what you
military,
learn.
right? Yeah.
That's
I'm
exactly
a,
what
I'm
you learn.
I'm gonna tell you what,
Go
man.
ahead,
Like
Jafar.
like the population that I work with. I work with kids, man. And honestly,
Hmm.
uh, my gang kids, I tell them to join the military.
Oh, no
It's
doubt
nothing
about
wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that, Jafar.
I tell because they follow orders. They do what they're told.
And it's just not just following orders. It's a way to follow orders.
it. Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I
you
understand. Yeah.
you can you can follow orders all day long, but
Yeah.
all orders ain't mean to be followed. It's
Ooh.
a way to it's a way to follow orders.
Yes, sir.
Mm,
That's real.
No, that's the same thing in the police force. It's a way to follow orders.
That's some real shit.
I never
That's
considered that. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
that look, let me tell you something. That was profound, real as shit. Because the fact that and this is the thing when it came to me, coming from my poverty,
Hmm.
right? Understanding that
Used in poverty, dog.
I was in poverty.
Yeah. Ex- ex-
Yeah, we all was.
look,
I'm
on
gonna
the
say
on the expert level.
military was too.
Oh no, listen what I'm saying. I'm talking about afterwards. I'm talking about
Hmm.
I was in poverty when I went to school. I mean, before I
Okay.
went to school. Before I went to school, I was in poverty. When I went to school, I had 3 hots in the cot.
Yes, sir.
Feel what I'm saying? When it was in the season,
I'm gonna go
after a
smoke
game,
another cigarette.
during the season, what I ended up doing was I got $30 for meal money when I was
Mhm.
home. When I was home. When I was away, it was $150 for the 3 days I was there. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I'm tracking.
the thing about it was
I do another cigarette.
understanding And the best thing I ever did was go to college because I understood, even though I was not fully educated on what my real worth was, I was worth something. You feel what I'm saying? For 4 years, I was worth something. Then
Garage door.
understanding because of the seeds that was planted by my mother and father, who I was, period, as a human being. You feel what I'm saying? See, that's the thing about it is
Damn cigarette there.
feeling pampered, but feeling as though I had no control over my life because I was always talked to like I should feel grateful.
Well, Keith, I ain't never thought that y'all was hampered. That,
I was always told that I should be grateful to where I was. But see, the thing about it was, I was always taught who I was. So logically, motherfucker couldn't sell me on a bill of goods until he showed me that bill of goods was valuable. That's what it was. But here's the thing. Sometimes, and that's the thing about it when it came to the military, sometimes you feel alone because everybody else is going along with the program.
I don't agree with that.
You feel like you by yourself.
I don't agree with that.
What don't you agree about?
I don't agree that you felt like you was by yourself.
I was by myself.
You see what I did my cigarettes, baby?
I was by myself, Eric. You want to know why?
Well, I understand when you went to college.
Did you put them in the hoodie?
Military.
That's what I'm talking about.
Did you put them in the
military?
Did you put them in the hoodie, Eric?
Well, I'll be honest with you, man. We beat motherfuckers with locks in the damn pillow shit.
But see, that's my thing, though, Eric.
No,
when you say shit like that, the only thing that comes to my mind is that's kind of fucked up.
It was. I ain't gonna tell no lie, it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Look, if you want to tell me that, that's fucked up.
Oh, Keith, I ain't gonna never. Remember, I told you I ain't gonna never lie to you what I ever done.
Yeah.
It's in some sections of society, though, Keith. That's called personnel, police, and personnel.
And it's still fucked up.
Yeah, it's fucked up. But sometimes, you know, some people had a notion that sometimes people need to be weeded out.
Back in the day, you had to do that.
No, that's just what I'm saying, though, Eric.
Yep.
I'm going to listen.
When you became a police officer, you was more. I ain't gonna say more polite, but you was more people orientated. We wasn't people orientated.
Because then we were paramilitary. You were military. Military is different from paramilitary.
Well, I don't know nothing about. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. You're talking above my head. I don't know shit about no paramilitary.
Yes,
we was military, and we fucked the motherfucker up if they had to be fucked up.
But that's the point, though. You was in the military because it's life and death, man. Of course.
Yeah, back then.
And I'm not justifying it. I'm saying to you, if the motherfucker form his mind to think that I need to fuck this motherfucker up because when we get out on the field, he ain't gonna protect me. I need him to get his shit together, right? Well, when I say
now, it's a different military now. Now the military is like police officers.
Bro,
y'all soft.
Look, first of all,
Eric,
when you say soft, first of all, You the first motherfucker to say, and then this no disrespect when I say motherfucker. I'm just
Oh, come on now. You know how I talk.
no, I've been sipping a little bit, so I'm using the
Yeah,
word
I'm sipping
motherfucker.
too.
You the first motherfucker to say, yo, this guy did not read me my rights. He did not do this. He did not do that. You telling your lawyer this shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh,
You
hold
say,
up, Keith.
no.
Hold
You
up,
come.
Keith.
Hold on. I'm gonna give you a chance to talk. Eric.
Okay.
Let me finish.
All right.
First of all, don't tell me.
Hold up. Quit hollering now, shit.
No, hold on,
Calm yourself down.
bro. Eric, do you see me excited?
I see you yelling. I said,
No,
calm
first of
yourself
all-
down. We can talk now.
Come
First
on
of
with
all,
it, bro.
First of all, bro, as long as you know me, do not. You heard me
know
yell
you.
before. No.
I-
First
I-
of all, you heard me yell before, so don't cut that bullshit out. Leave that
Come-
shit.
I ain't.
Come
I
on
ain't
with it.
starting
Come
no
on with it,
I'm
Keith.
making a point.
I-
So I'm
Come
gonna
on with
make
it, Keith.
this point. First of all, if you sit here and tell me that when it comes to paramilitary, you have to, you know, and if you about your job, if you about
Okay.
who the fuck you are, it's about doing your job and also the citizens' right. Period.
No,
What the fuck is going on?
That's
Now,
not
when you in
paramilitary.
the military, you guys are trained to do what? And I'm gonna keep it above. You are trained to do what? You are trained to do what? To basically go into a
Do the
hostile
job.
environment and to take control of that environment.
Yeah, do the
And
job. That's it.
nine times out of 10, they are not U.S. citizens, right?
Well, it don't matter if they're U.S. citizens or not. It's whoever's involved in it. Got
Okay.
First of all, no people talk all day long at how you can tell these jokers look just like you and me. No, I remember back in '93, and they were trying to send me to Somalia, and I told them I didn't want to go to Somalia. They want to know why. So, and they asked me why I don't want to go. I'm like,
Okay.
hell, all the motherfuckers look just like me. They wearing the same uniform as me. How the fuck I supposed to know who I'm supposed to shoot?
Yeah.
No, military. You got to go out and do your job, regardless of the fact who it is. It ain't going back like you going out and talking to a motherfucker and calming them down and everything. We
You
not
wanna know
calming
why?
nobody down.
You want to know why? And that's I agree with you
You
totally.
more political.
No, it has nothing to do with political. It's the fact that it is home. You going into homes in the United States. So what you have to do is talk to them. Now, when you're in the military, you are put there to do what? To conquer.
You put there. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Conquer. This is what you're trained to do. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You're trained to do this thing. So this is not a debate on who's right or wrong. I'm telling you what my job is. My job is to do what? Is to go into these homes on the U.S. soil to be a Band-Aid to make sure that whoever needs to be prosecuted, I do the very best I can to do so. Because that's what it really is. It has nothing to do with if it's some military shit, and you know this from the giddy up. If it's military, you going in like boom. I don't solve this problem. I don't give a shit how you think I'm solving this problem. It's done. It's what it is. And you want to know why I can say this, Eric? Because I've worked with many military people. And the thing about it is I've had to teach them, yo, I understand where you're coming from, but you'll lose your job if you don't understand that it's about what? What is it about? It's about giving these folks what? Some security.
The difference is policing and occupation. That's the difference between the two jobs.
And basically that's what I was been explaining more than anything. Jacquard.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I put Eric on mute because who the fuck want to hear him pissing in the toilet?
he pissing with a dog?
Bro, it's just him and his wife in the house, man.
Yeah, I guess. Every time I go in the bathroom, I close the door and lock it. I'm 51 years old. You know, I still take all my clothes off the shit. So,
yo, look, my wife did not understand why I got butt naked every time I went in there to take a number 2.
I thought it was just us. I mean,
was
that's
like,
a regular thing. Yeah.
Say, yo, why are you butt naked?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yo, this is being comfortable.
Yeah. And plus, man, I always was afraid that I come out my clothes would be smelling like shit. So,
Yo,
yeah.
y'all that's crazy. Y'all crazy
but like I said, I thought it was a family thing.
No, man.
But it's people all over the world been doing that for thousands of years.
Well, I ain't gonna tell no lie. My son do the same shit.
Look, my boys don't give a shit. They be butt naked with the door wide open. I'm like, why? Where the fuck did you get that from? You know what I'm saying? Like, my door closed and I turned the fan on. So where do you get that from?
The worst smells I ever smelled in my life, man, was skunks and somebody else's shit. For real. I get mad when I smell that shit. Like, motherfucker, like
Oh,
First off, Keith,
where you go, bro?
Oh shit. I don't know where I went.
Turn your camera back on, Eric. You still with us?
I'm trying to get to it. You got me?
No, we can't see you yet.
Hear you, but we ain't waiting at your camera though.
Oh well, hell, that's my camera. I must have to go.
You see at the bottom of the screen where it says mic, camera, chat, more, leave.
Just press the camera, dog. You good?
Yeah, but I don't see none of that stuff. I see all my cameras.
Touch your screen real fast, maybe it'll drop.
I don't see none of that. Good God Almighty!
Oh, I had them. Hey, Keith.
Yeah.
I really hope.
What's the name? What's the name of the program?
Strong
I can find it.
Podcast, man.
I know that. Maybe I gotta go back to YouTube, I guess.
Eric, you still with us, man? Don't leave, man. Don't leave.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to leave.
Listen. Just press the screen, the camera. Just press that motherfucker and see what happens.
I will have to watch the Missouri news tomorrow, Keith. They're gonna be like, an area man was severely injured when this goddamn phone exploded because he didn't know how to work it.
He didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
He didn't know what he was doing, so he just went to mashing everything. Hey, Eric. Hey, man, look. As far as being technologically sound, man, I'm on the bottom rung, bro. I refuse to learn certain things when it comes to.
I'm with it too. Hey, yeah, Eric, we're gonna help you figure it out. But what I want to do, you know how Facebook You know, when you've been on for a while, they hit you with the different like past.
Yeah.
He can help.
Yeah.
But
You be back.
I understand where Eric is coming from
Hmm.
because he's military minded. You feel what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that, but it's organizational. It's like you have to feel a certain way because me personally, I am paramilitary because I played basketball in college, right?
Mhm.
Also retired from law enforcement as far as a sheriff deputy. You feel what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And that's and that's the thing about it is you ain't figured it out yet, Eric. Eric, that's what I love about this shit, man. But that's the thing about it is when we get caught up on um trying to live up to an invisible audience. This is why I'm not really like Eric. Eric is trying to get on, but if we can hear Eric, that's the most important part of it because he's speaking to it. He's telling us how it feels.
Yeah. And for me, man, it all speaks to intent. I mean, uh, Corey, you know, when he joined, what was his intentions? Did he plan on making a career out of it, or was it something that
He didn't.
was just different from what he was doing before he joined, and he
Well, he's
seen,
trying to make his way out, man.
yeah,
And the
yeah,
thing about it is, I told Eric because Eric told me about it, and he was concerned about it. I said, you know what, Eric, I'm gonna give you the opportunity to talk about this.
hmm,
I said, but you are not going to. I asked him, do not come on here and downgrade what Corey is going through, or what he may have been going through, right?
hmm,
But talk to him about, hey, if you had ran into me, because they were there at the same time that he was there. Had you had ran into me at me being the sergeant, you would have had a different experience, and I believe that wholeheartedly. I really
yeah,
do.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because hey, bro, this is how I feel about things, man. When we get caught up on the foolishness of things, when I say the foolishness of it is, we really and truly care about other people's feelings about who we are as human beings. Oh man, I don't know, man. That bothers me.
For somebody to not be concerned about that, though, man, that's a level of enlightenment, man, that I've seen in very few people.
But see,
I mean,
here's my thing, Joe Jaquari. You have a choice to listen to what I have to say or not to. You feel what I'm saying?
hmm,
No matter how many followers I have, or no matter how many people who just tune in at the right time to see what I have to speak about, you still have a choice. You still have a choice. You feel me?
Am I there?
Welcome back, brother.
Oh shit, that was rough.
No doubt. But my point is, you have a choice, though, man. See, I think, and this is my thing, because I've been excluded in my lifetime when it comes to popularity, right? What is done for me is to see the real picture. So the thing that we're doing right now, the three of us right now, we are talking about who we are, right? But if one of us want to know how the rest of the world see us, that's a snag on their part.
Yeah, there's one thing. One thing about you mentioned popularity, man, and I was when I was a child, man, I wanted it, just as much as the next man. But I was blessed with the knowledge young that popularity, man, is much more to a person's detriment than it is, to forward movement, man. All the popular people that I knew when I was growing up, they peaked in high school. They peaked in their young 20s.
That's
You
a,
know,
that's a great point, man.
Jaquaria,
mm,
I remember coming back every time I came home on leave to see you, your mama, and daddy.
mhm.
But I never expected to see what I see out of you now. No, if to be honest with you, hell, I felt dumb just listening to you.
But hey, Eric, think about it. You came back to visit in your own skin. Nobody had
I had to turn
room.
you back up. I lost your volume.
Can you hear me now?
Keep talking.
Can you hear me now?
I'm trying to.
You trying to.
I got you now.
So yeah. Sound like you heard it to me, bro. But I remember those times, man, and those times.
Let me finish this point real quick.
I didn't hear shit, Jaquari. It must be the old age or some shit.
No. But hold up, Eric. Let me just say this. When you came back to the crib, I wasn't there, Eric, right?
No, you weren't never there.
But you saw them. You saw me through them instead of seeing Jaquari for who he is.
And
it's not your fault.
All the stuff I learned from Jaquari was on this show.
But that's my point, though, Eric.
Yeah, I did not know anything about Jaquari being no football, no lifting no 400 pounds and all that bullshit. I didn't know nothing about that shit.
No, but that's my point, though, Eric. This is my point. It has nothing to do with the fact that you didn't get the information. Right?
No, I didn't. We was all family.
It's the search of information. Like just like you, I consider you my brother. So when you went back to see my mother, my father, and my brother, that was some real shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That was our family.
Yeah, but so the thing about it is this, Eric, the fact that you touched on Jaquari because he was a youngin'. He was 8 years younger than us.
Yeah, y'all was all gone. He was the only one there.
But here's the thing. With me and Jaquari is I always reach back to him as an individual. Not you. It has nothing to do with you. I'm just talking about Jaquari right now.
Yeah, I got you.
I reached back to him as an individual. I wanted to hear what he had to say. When it came to you, Eric, I wanted to hear what you had to say, right? Because it takes, you have to, this is the craziest shit to me, is you have to take the time, the extra time to do what? To look at individuals, period. You feel what I'm saying? Like, when you and I, we established who we were in high school, who we were as friends, period, right? The thing about it is, every time you call, what do? I answer. You want to know why? Because it's about establishing what? Not our past, but our present. You feel what I'm saying? Because that in itself is important more than anything when it comes to black folks, period. I'm not gonna leave you in 1982, Eric. Why would I do that to you, brother? Why would I do that? All right.
Mm-hmm.
Be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
You do understand what I mean.
Yeah, I do. I do understand, and those times, I remember those times when when he would come home and come past the house, be sitting on the porch, man. Hour and a half, hour, just
Yeah.
sitting back, just kicking it or whatever,
That's my point, though, is the fact that your friends, Paul, the Nomad, Frank, everybody, right? That's the thing about it is, of course, you guys can live through the past. You guys can live through that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But really and truly, what do you try to do? You try to get to know who they are right now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because that is the most important. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like Eric, think about it.
Well, Keith, I kind of lost your whole conversation because my phone died. I had to go get my damn charger.
No, I get ready to tell you now. This is what I'm going to say to you. It's real quick and it's simple. Eric, you and I know what our past is. We acknowledge that. But really and truly, think about this shit. I get to know Eric and who he is. Get to know his wife, his sons, his daughter, his grandchildren. You feel what I'm saying? Even though our past is important to us, but our present is the most important. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I got you, bro. I can't see you.
Real quick, man. Shout out to my boys, man.
I got you now. Shit.
Been wanting to, reach out to him and have him on the show, man. Paul. Well, I don't know if I should mention their last name, but Paul Damon.
Paul Damon. Who else?
Paul Damon, Frank, Jared.
Paul Damon, bring your ass on this shit, man.
Yeah. Vance. Cinquay.
Who?
Cinquay. You never met him. But I had a solid little crew of dudes that I ran with, man. And it's been a couple of them dudes, man. It's been years since I spoke to him, and the last time
was Cinquay African?
Nah, he was named after CK from the Amistad, but we call him Cinquay.
All right, well,
can y'all see me?
Bring yourself on.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, we got you. We don't got you now, Eric.
No, we got you, Eric.
Well, this damn thing is fucking up.
We see you right now, bro. Can you hear us?
I can hear you, and I see you, but it's a little screen. I was trying to make it in a bigger screen.
Hey, look, hey, Eric.
Yeah.
Even though you look like you like 49, you act like you about 70. You act like you 70. Oh, this look, this shit, I don't understand. Help me. No.
I'm this thing here is all I see is y'all in three little screens. So I'm trying. Well, I was trying to see it. Hell, before it was on my whole phone.
Yeah. As long as we can hear you, brother. I mean,
okay.
Yeah.
All
right, but look, we've been
155.
on here an hour and 55 minutes.
I'm looking at the time. I can see that.
So, Quarry, Eric, Give us a blast. Give us no more than 2-3 minutes. Give us something
Oh, no, you
fun.
put me on that thing. I ain't fluky.
You gonna throw him under the bus? Ain't that?
Nah, you throw me under the bus.
I mean, he the he the
No, we
closer.
can. Hey, Eric, we can end this. You here, man? Come
Yeah.
on.
All right, dog. What you want to know?
I want to know. I want you to give us give us. We can ready to close this episode out. Talk to us. What you learned from it, where it's coming from, and then we gonna go to the quad.
All right. For everybody that's listening to this, I learned that me and Keith do not agree on everything. I love him. I ain't never stopped loving him. Um, Military and police is totally different situations. I don't want really know what else to say, but Jakari, go ahead.
Look. Hey, I don't know what to say, but fuck all y'all. All right, Jaquan, bring us on home.
Hey man, you opened a lot of eyes about situations concerning the military.
Yes, sir.
Eric, I appreciate your time, brother, and I look forward to the next time. Very good job, brother. Keith, always a pleasure, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, that's it, man. I don't got nothing else to say.
Come on, Fluke.
All right, look. I'm gonna bring it home since Fluke ain't here.
Bring us home, dog.
Bottom line is this: it is important that you understand the relationships that you had with individuals in your past. Now, they don't have to dominate your presence. They don't have to do anything other than remind you of the people that you were and what you became. Right? So, I think when it comes to Strong Perspective Podcast, Eric is a friend of the show. Jaquar, you've always done a great job. You know what I'm saying? Damon, I know you would have done a great job if you was here. We understand that you were trying to, work out whatever bug you need to work out. But yo, this is Strong Perspective Podcast. And what we are is we are old heads, really and truly talking about how we feel more than anything. If you came here to learn the meaning of life and, more or less trying to understand whatever, the bottom line is this. Listen to the conversation. Okay? Do not depend on other people to take you to a point. Because what we do here is plant seeds. We plant seeds on how to conduct your life. And the seeds that we plant have nothing to do with you personally. But you know us and you know where we're going with things. So this is all love. This is Strong Perspective Podcast. We had fun with this. Eric and Jaquari had great responses. They did their thing, right? Even though Eric sounded like he was senile, but I'm joking. I'm joking when I say that, so don't take that shit seriously. But Jafari and Eric, y'all did a fantastic job, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. This is Strong Perspective Podcast. Take us out, Eric and Jaquari.
I think, Keith, you told more of my story than I told my own story when I was lost on the camera. But I appreciate you, bro.
No doubt.
I really do.
Jaquari?
What I told you in reference to the military, you explained it pretty good.
Okay. Look, because look, first and foremost, you was a dog. You represented your country, and I like the fact that you stood on it. That's real. There's no bullshit. I like the fact. That's why I brought it up, and I wanted you to explain yourself. That's real.
Yeah. When
That's
you
real.
said it, when you told the guy if I he would have been there when I was there, that made me feel a whole lot but real good
Yes, sir.
because I would have took care of him.
Yes, sir. Jaquari, last words.
Peace.
Peace.